When we left off from our last video, we are leaving Tenedos Bay en route to Galley Bay. Join us as the adventure continues in Desolation Sound, British Columbia, Canada. We're just coming out of the outer part of Tenedos Bay, and geez, the weather's clearing up pretty nice. It was kind of a little overcast looking this morning, and yeah, it's clearing up nice though. Kind of hoping we can get a spot at Galley Bay. It's a spot. It's actually the very first anchorage we came to when we came to Desolation the first time. Galley Bay can be a great stop when arriving in Desolation Sound from the south due to its close proximity to Sarah Point. From Tenedos Bay, we proceed southwest along the Guilford Peninsula, and just before Zephyne Head, you will find Galley Bay. Galley Bay has an interesting history and otherwise is pretty typical to much of the area. However, in the late 60s, it was home to a hippie commune attempting to make a utopian society. It didn't work out. There are three separate areas in Galley Bay: the tiny bay to the west, the middle of the bay with stern tie rings on the rocks, and the bay to the east, each with its own advantages. The tiny bay to the west is well protected, but often hard to get a spot, with room for only 2 to 3 boats stern tied. In the middle bay there are 6 parked stern tie rings and 2 spots on the rocks, or you could swing on the anchor in deeper water out front. The bay to the east may be the nicest, having an island with a great shoreline for kayak and paddleboarding. Well, certainly a calm day for cruising out here. It's a little bit of wind coming on our bow here, but just excellent cruising conditions. Couldn't ask for more. Alright, so we're just kind of trolling around in Galley Bay here. There is a couple stern tie rings on the other side of the bay, but it is kind of a little deep over there, and you know, the little bay up ahead here doesn't really have, there's only one boat and it's just off to the side, so I think we're going to give it a try. There are some shoals that extend out from the island, limiting your swing. Use caution when determining your anchor scope. So we're just anchored in the inner portion of Galley Bay here, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, not a lot of swing room here. You know, you can get sort of one boat here on the outer portion. We're sort of in this middle portion. There is a far portion over this way, but looks pretty small. There's one sailboat over there, but looks like maybe a local boat here or something. So we'll see how this does. It's all sort of private property around here, so you know, to take the dog to the shore, you have to go over to Desolation Marine Park, which park boundary is just down here a little bit, but that won't be a problem for Hunter and his dinghy. He kind of likes being able to take a little ride to shore. So anyway, we'll stay here. We got about 100 feet out, and depth-wise, we're at about 30 feet. So there's still a little room for more scope if we needed it, but we'll just see how this holds. It seemed to set okay, and but we'll just see how we do here. But overall, looks like there's really good protection in here, and yeah, pretty nice views, and looks like a nice place. We've never anchored in this spot. The only other spot we've anchored is just across the other side of Galley Bay before. This inner bay is lined with cabins on private land, but the park includes the island. Probably only room for 3 to 4 boats at best. The middle bay will likely offer the best overall availability. It was a perfect afternoon, so we decided to go explore the island by kayak. About 4:30 in the afternoon, and things have calmed down really nice. And I think the light breeze is sort of backing off, but geez, it's been a really hot day and the temperature is really starting to go up. And this week they say the temperature is going to get even warmer. Tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit like today, but after that we'll probably be in the high 80s and possibly even low 90s. So it looks like the water's really going to warm up soon. So anyway, we're talking about maybe going to a refuge in the morning, and yeah, we'll probably stay there, get a few chores done, get some laundry, mainly get water, probably get a little bit of gasoline for the dinghies, and then probably stay there the night, and then we might head to Pendrell after that. So anyway, we'll see what happens, but it's pretty nice here right now. Kids were swimming for a chunk of the afternoon. We went for a nice paddle around the island just here, and so yeah, looking forward to a nice evening. Looks like it's going to be pretty calm, so yeah, perfect conditions for Desolation Sound. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful Anchorage, but one consideration: with the private off-grid homes located there, there will likely be typical domestic activities. Although it didn't bother me at all, one of the residents was using a chainsaw off and on all day. If that sounds discouraging, it might be best to anchor over in the Middle Bay or West Side. Alright, it just keeps getting warmer. Yeah, it's right around dinner time here. I'm just prepping up some onions, a little bit of garlic bread, some steak, and already did some potatoes. And but shoot, it's really getting warm. I don't know. I guess we're not really used to that much warmth around here, but yeah, I don't know. A lot warmer than it has been in previous days, so. But that's good, because I think we're going to go up to Pendrell here in the next few days, and that's the best place to be when the weather gets warm. Have to finish prepping dinner, and should be a good one tonight. The kids swam off and on all day and into the evening. Desolation Sound is almost like having a swimming pool for a few weeks of the year. Alright, well, it's a Sunday morning, and I think the boat's pretty well prepped here anyway. And I already put the dinghy, kayaks, paddleboards up. Hunter's dinghy's ready for tow alongside. I've already put the anchor up a little bit, pulled the snubber and everything. So other than turning on the plotter and stuff like that, I think we're pretty well ready to go. We're just kind of timing our arrival over to Refuge Cove. We'll just, you know, kind of prep a few more things and get everything ready to go, and we'll get going pretty quick. Well, definitely a little bit more of a windy day.
Sorry, don't call me 'cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter, brandy, honey, it don't matter shots. Till I drop, gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, oh yeah. I'm busy trying to take it higher, got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever. Chilling with the.
All right, looks like we're about 10 minutes out from Refuge. Yeah, we're just coming up to the point now, so don't see too much other traffic coming in. So usually the rush happens a little later, so hopefully we beat the rush, but hopefully some of the boats have already headed out, because otherwise it's kind of a challenge to get dock space. Anyone who's ever gone to Refuge can probably recognize that. So anyway, hopefully it should be coming in there pretty quick.
Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me 'cause I'm gonna be on break. Here we invite only positivity to this party. Don't want no drama with any back karma. Got a lot of that in La Vida Loca. Just wanna let it all go. Yeah, I can't say no when I'm this free. Don't wanna go home when I can't sleep.
We did manage to get a space on the dock, which is great, but not the preferred spot. Since we'd be staying the night, we were kind of looking for a spot where the bow points into the direction of the waves, not the beam. After being on the dock for a short period of time, another spot freed up, where it would likely result in a better night's sleep. No waves slapping against the hull. And so the chores begin. Time to go shopping, get dinghy fuel, do laundry, but also the best part, hang out at Refuge Cove, meet new friends, and people watch the afternoon away. Join us next time for that, and we head up to Pendrell Sound. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, or please comment if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.